This demo session. Good evening, all, and we are here to get some guidelines, to get some strategies about NSO exam preparation. So I hope all of the students present here are from grades 4 to 8. Could you please write your classes in the chat box? You can mention the class, from which class are you, in the chat box. Yeah, great. I can see that. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, students. So, could you, students, please raise your hands. All, are you going to appear for NSO Olympiad exam? You can raise your hands. All those who are going to appear for NSO Olympiad exam. Great. Even if you are not appearing this year, some of the students might be getting an idea how to prepare for Olympiad, or they want to appear next year exam. So that's great. That is also great. Great. Now you can lower down the hands. Very good. Thank you so much. So students, when you appear for the Olympiad exam, what is there in the mind? What do you feel about Olympiad exam? So anyone would like to answer? Could you please raise your hand? So I will unmute that student. Anyone who would like to speak? What is there in the mind when you appear for the Olympiad exam? Like anything would you like to share? Yeah. Saridhya. Yeah, that's great. So could you please say your thoughts on it?
Ma'am, an Olympiad exam is a competitive exam that is held in various subjects, and people from all over the world give those exams.
Yeah, that's good. That's one of the important aspects. Like you get a competitive environment where students all across the world they participate in the competition, and you get a competitive spirit. You want to excel in Olympiads, so you prepare well, right? So this is one of the important aspects. And so there are many other benefits also of giving these Olympiad exams. So let's go further. We should not delay any further. I would just like to introduce ourselves, as we are from MTG Learning Media Private Limited, which is an official academic partner for Science Olympiad Foundation. So we would like to give you a glimpse of what we are doing and how we are helping students in preparing for various competitive exams. As you know, MTG Learning Media, it is established since 1982, and it is a helping hand for millions of students for their academic excellence. And core objective of MTG is to empower students who are appearing for various competitive exams like NEET, JEE, Olympiads, CBSE school books, and their foundation curriculum also. Even though our teachers, there are several teachers and schools and institutes that are following MTG content for their academic requirements. There are various magazines for physics, chemistry, maths, and bio. There are various foundation books. There are Olympiads preparatory material is there for help of the millions of students who wants to excel in Olympiads and wants to get a success in their lives, right? So let's see various books for the Olympiad segment, which are prepared by MTG, like workbook, there are previous year's papers, there are reasoning book, there are test packages, there are OSDS, Olympiad Skill Development System. So there are various content, abundance of content is prepared by MTG for helping students in various competitive exams, right? So in this session, we will be discussing about what is the NSO exam pattern. In our previous demo session, we had discussed about IMO exam pattern. In this session, we will emphasize on NSO exam pattern, and we will take few questions from the grades 4 to 8. There will be what should be the preparation strategies, those students who wants to appear for the Olympiad exams, some tips and tricks for the exams, and how to overcome the challenges, how to get the motivation to appear for the Olympiad. So let's go and see. So first of all, please note down the dates of the exams. I hope all of you, those who have registered for NSO exam, because NSO registration is through schools only. So schools would have given you the form to fill up the information for the registration. And there are various dates. There are 3 dates for the exam: 18th October, 12th November, and 3rd December. So these 3 dates are given for the NSO exam, and your school would have chosen any one particular date. So your exam will fall in any of the dates which a school has chosen, right? And so students, please note down the dates and be prepared when you have your exam coming for the NSO. Okay. So we will see the exam pattern, the question paper pattern for level 1. Those who are new to the exam first time, please check. There are 3 sections in the science paper. In maths paper, there are 4 sections. One is logical reasoning, and one is mathematical, and there are other 2 sections also. But in science, there are 3 sections. One is the logical reasoning, second is science, and third is achiever section. So in logical reasoning questions, you would have seen the syllabus for the logical questions. Number of questions for grade 1 to 4 is 5. And marks per question is 1. Similarly, for science, this is the core syllabus for which the number of questions are 25 and marks is 1. For achiever section question, there are 5 questions which carries 2 marks each. For grades 5 to 10, there are 3 sections. Similarly, marks per question, the questions per section you can see. For logical reasoning, 10 questions are there. For science, 35 questions are there. For achiever sections, 5 questions are there. And achiever section is very important, which carries 3 marks per question. Okay. There is no negative marking, but this section is very important where you have to emphasize on thinking and observation. Try practice a lot of questions which are from the achiever section. Okay, and there are for grade 11 and 12, there are different category like physics and chemistry and achiever section if they have chosen maths or bio. Okay, so this is the question paper pattern for NSO exam for different grades. So let's see a few questions. What all questions, what type of questions come in these question paper? So if you have seen, if those are students who have appeared for the exam earlier, you would have seen the question paper in which you would have seen different type of questions. Okay. Now, one more motivation is there for you to appear for Olympiads. In Olympiads, it's not only that you get a competition, you get to compete with different students, but there are several awards and recognitions also. Like you can see the first rank holder, they get this much amount, second rank holder, they get 25,000, third rank holder, they get 10,000 plus medals, plus certificate of outstanding performance. Similarly, at zonal level, there are several awards and recognitions. You can see first and second and third rank holders, they get amount, different amount plus gold medal plus zonal excellence certificate. All the students who prepare for, who appear for the Olympiad exam, they all get a certificate of participations. Even if they don't get any rank, they get certificate of participation, as well as they get a student progress report, which has detailed analysis of your questions, feedback, and like which area is weak and which area is good. So this all detailed report is shared after the results. All those students who qualify for the level 1, they give level 2 exam. So for the subjects like English, math, and science, there is a level 2 exam as well, which is held generally in the month of February. So let's see what are the type of questions that are asked in NSO exam. Questions based on classification chart. This is very important. In all the grades, you will find questions based on classification chart. Selecting odd one out type. So this kind of questions comes in generally smaller grades. Question based on Venn diagram. So students practice a lot of questions based on Venn diagram. Graph-based questions, figure-based questions, statement type question, paragraph-based question based on table. Especially in higher classes, there is a table given. You have to observe the table, and then based on the observation, you have to select the right options. So there are MCQ type questions in this question paper, and all question carries, there is no negative marking. All MCQ type questions are there. Okay, so let's solve a few questions from NSO for grade 4 to 8. So students, please be ready. So we will take questions grade wise, like first we will start from grade 4, then 5 and 6, then 7 and then 8. So we will take, I think 2 questions are there for each grade. So students ready to solve these questions with teacher? We have Priyanka ma'am with us. She is a trainer, she is a lead trainer for our NSO classes, who will be solving these questions with you. So Priyanka ma'am, please go ahead. I will stop sharing my screen. You can start sharing yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm sharing now my screen.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
I will start from the questions. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So welcome to the session. So let us do the few questions related to the all these are the past year questions related to your class. As ma'am told you that this one is for the grade 4, 5 for all those classes. So first I am taking the class 4 PYQ, the past year paper question. Now, if you see this question, first, the very most important thing is the time management and how you will save the time. Like, you know, there are the questions, you send some question, you have to think also, you have to analyze also. So first of all, you should analyze the question and try to eliminate the options which are not required. Like, for example, in this question, if you see, it's there, which of the following graphs correctly represent the given planet P, Q, R according to their sizes? You learn solar system in your classes. Now, the option given are P, Q, and R, and graphically their sizes are given. I hope everyone knows which one is the smallest planet. Yes, everyone knows. Can anyone raise your hand? Any one of you? Yes, Ashir. Can you name the smallest planet? Yes, unmute yourself. Okay, you can't. No issues. I will check from the chat box. Okay. So the smallest planet is the Venus. Yes, correct. So when you know the smallest planet is Venus, just check out all A, B, C, D graphs. You will see in D and in B, only the R is the smallest one. So you can eliminate the option A and C. Do not waste time in looking in those options. Then see the Saturn and Uranus. The Saturn is the second largest planet. So in the graph, if you see where the P is Saturn and here we have the P is the bar graph is of the P is greater than Q. Here they are equal. So this one is incorrect. We can conclude our answer is B. So just first go for the easiest one, easiest option, which you are confident about. Like Venus, we all know Venus is smallest. So check out about the Venus in all four options. Try to eliminate the options which are not required. And then go for the second one, like Saturn. We know Saturn is bigger than Uranus. Then check out the P greater than Q, that is this. Hence, we get our answer. In this way, you will solve. Do not check each and every and waste your time. Is it clear, everyone? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, great. So, in this way, we check the answer, we save our time, and we get the correct. Okay, done? So, let's move to the next question. Like in this question, we have to find out how many viral diseases are hidden in the given word grid. In the classes also, we practice such type of questions. I hope you people remember. So if I check like this, first you can go the horizontal or vertical, whatever you want. You can see, okay, the dysentery is there. Very good. Any other we can see? Yeah, we can see the polio is also here. You can mark it. Then other way around, you can check out. Okay, we got typhoid here. And any other dengue is here. We got the 4. But here you have to be little careful. The question is about the viral diseases. Okay, you got the 4, but which one is viral out of these? Only polio and dengue. They are viral diseases, whereas the dysentery and typhoid, they are not the viral disease. They are the diseases caused by bacteria. So you have to little careful in this question. So the correct answer is option B, not option C. Okay. So just do not think that whatever you get is the correct one. No, maybe they are the diseases caused by the viral, maybe the bacteria, maybe some communicable. So read the question carefully, then apply your knowledge. Is it clear, everyone? Great. So you have to analyze the grid, both the grids, try to find out, but be very careful about the diseases, which one are viral and which one are bacterial. If the question is find out the different diseases, then you can mark it C. But when it is mentioned viral, so learn properly the diseases caused by virus or diseases caused by bacteria. So I hope it is clear how to crack this question and little be more careful in such type of questions. Now, let us move to grade 5. These type of question also we discussed in the class. Let's read the question. Refer to the given flowchart. Select the options that correctly identify PRS. Here, let us start from here. First is communicable disease. If yes, it is spread by mosquitoes. If yes, it is R. If it is not, then it is S. Otherwise, if it is not a communicable disease, may be caused by nutrient deficiency, then yes. If not, then it is P. The easiest way to find out the answer is spread by mosquitoes. I hope everyone knows that spread by mosquito may be the R thing, means no. Night blindness, no, that is a deficiency one. Anemia also no, not caused by the spread by the mosquito. It may be chikungunya, it may be malaria. So we can cancel out or eliminate first 2 options. No need to look at that. Then C, yeah, it is a communicable but not spread by the mosquitoes. So out of these 2, if you see the chikungunya and malaria, and we are looking for the S, scurvy or common cold. Scurvy, again a deficiency. Due to the deficiency of vitamin C, we get it. So common cold is our correct answer. Now you get it? Okay. D most probably is the correct one. So let us see the others also. Malaria we got. Common cold we got. Communicable disease? No. Yes, we know the beriberi is not a communicable disease. It is caused by a nutrient deficiency. And again, if it is not a nutrient deficiency, it must be P. That is the diabetes. That is neither a communicable disease nor a deficiency disease. So in this way, you save your time, you ruled out, you eliminate the options which are not there. So best thing is just find out which part you are 100% sure. Like spread by mosquito, it is a very, very easy. Everyone knows it may be the chikungunya or malaria. Now look for these two options. And then C, spread by mosquito? No. And S, it must be scurvy or common cold. You know about the deficiency diseases. So you know scurvy can't be. Common cold, yes, it is a communicable disease. And that is why we get our answer correct and quick. Clear everyone? How to get it? The correct answer and fast. Time management is very, very, very important in the competition exams. If you waste your time, you will miss the questions. So you have to act smartly. Okay? Clear everyone? Great. Now, the tips are also there, like I explained. R is a communicable disease spread by mosquito. It may be chikungunya or malaria. So eliminate the unwanted options A and B and then go for the other option. If it is not a communicable, if it is a communicable, it must be common. So we got our correct. Now let us move to the next question. Like in the figure, we learned about materials in our class. Like in figure X, this is your figure X, which shows the object which is made up of three different materials, P, Q, and R. We learned about the different type of materials. I hope you remember. Transparent, opaque, translucent. So figure Y here shows its shadow on a screen. Study these figure and select the option that correctly identify any two of these materials. Like in this, if you see the shadow, you can see the shadow of P, the outer circle. Easily you can see the shadow. And which materials show the shadow? Opaque materials, we learned. So it means the P formed the darkest shadow. It must be opaque material. Out of these, if you see the P, no, tissue is not opaque, wood is opaque. So you got your answer. And if you want to cross check, you can check out the R also. R, you can see Q, complete light is there. But in R, you can see the not partial, it is lighted. Neither too dark, neither totally bright. So it must be some translucent material. And translucent means frosted glass. So in this way, we get our answer. Clear everyone? So no need to go for other things. You can just directly move to the one. Why can't we say the Q? Because in Q, Q is a completely bright. And here it is mentioned Q is a metal. No, metal is also opaque. So that is why these options are not correct. Just go for the darkest one. Check out. Okay, P is the dark. You know it is a opaque. Opaque means which material is opaque? Out of just check the P. Tissue paper, no. Wood, yes. Butter paper, no. So you conclude your. So in this way, you save time and you get the correct. Clear, everyone? If you have any doubts, you can please ask. Just unmute yourself and you can ask. If there is any confusion. Okay. Now let's move to the grade 6. Now in this question, yes, Devanshi, you want to ask something? Ma'am, can you unmute Devanshi?
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 minute. Yes,
Yes,
Devansh.
Ma'am, I
Yes,
don't
Devanshi.
understand the meaning of opaque, ma'am.
Please repeat.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the meaning of opaque.
Opaque.
You are in which grade?
Class 5.
5. Okay. See, meaning of big, if you see this question you're asking, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here the figure X is given. You can put your hand down. It is made up of 3 different materials. Okay. Now P, Q, and R. Figure Y show its shadow. Like if I made this figure with 3 different material and just pass a light through it, I receive this Y shade. Got it? So in the figure, Y is a shadow of X. So shadow means some object or some opaque object only from the shadow when the light cannot pass through. Yes or no, Devanshi, you know this? So when I just try to pass the light through it, I see the P, the material P. I get a complete dark shadow. So this confirms the material P is opaque. That is why the light unable to pass through it. And from here, I just want to find out if P is opaque in my option, where the P I can find out the opaque material. You know, tissue paper is not opaque. Wood is opaque. Butter paper is not opaque. So that is how I came to the conclusion that my answer is C. Because wood is an opaque material and it casts shadow. And if I want to cross check also, I checked for R also. If you see the shadow of R in Y, it is neither very bright nor too dark. It means my R material must be translucent material. I hope you remember translucent allow the light to pass through partially. That is why I get the shadow that is neither too dark or no shadow. So hence I concluded my answer is C because P is opaque material and R is a translucent material. And you know the example of translucent frosted glass, the glasses that we generally use in our washrooms so that the light can pass through, but what is happening inside, no one can see it. Okay. So is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Okay. Now let's move to the class 6. Let us read the question. Read the given sentences and select the option that correctly fill the blanks in any 2 of them. The roots have tendency to grow towards gravity. This phenomena is called. The roots have tendency to grow towards gravity. So you can check out first the A option if you can. Otherwise, other are the changes that can take place in the body of the organism over a short period to overcome the problem due to changes in the surrounding. Third is the period of reduced physical activity in animals during the winter month is called. Now, if you are sure about any of these options, like for example, I will want to start with the first one. The root have tendency to grow towards gravity. So this one, tropism, you know, in any of the plant, the root always go towards the gravity and go down. So what type of tropism is this? Check out. The first cannot be negative. Negative means the thing is coming against the gravity. No. Hibernation, that deals with animal, not with the plants. Positive phototropism, photo means light. Geotropism means gravity. So I can see the option 2, option D. Another one, if you want to cross check, the third one. Third is a period of reduced physical activity in animal during winter months. I hope everyone knows. They go for the long sleep. That is called hibernation. So my correct answer is D. So in this way, I get the answer. Just read the question. Just find out which one you are 100% sure. Option, find out the option. Eliminate the unwanted one, incorrect one, and get your final. Is it clear, everyone? Great. Now, the next question. Observe the given figure carefully, and you have to find out what does this experiment prove. What we are using in this experiment, check out. This is our material X. We are putting copper sulfate solution and caustic soda. Then shaking it properly and then keep it for 5 minutes. We will see the violet color appear. I hope you learn about the experiments that to identify the different content of food, like carbohydrate, fats, proteins. So this question is based on that. Copper sulfate, we are using here. You have to remember copper sulfate and caustic soda. What is caustic soda? Caustic soda is your sodium hydroxide. And this test is the biuret test. When you mix copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide to the material X and getting the violet color, you should know the violet color, it is given by the proteins. And proteins are present in pulses. So our correct answer is A. Wheat flour means carbohydrate. Carbohydrate test is Fehling test or tolerance test. Oil and butter, that you can check it with the paper. If it give you the glossy thing, that is the oil and butter. But pulses means it contain protein. And this test, when you get react the food material with copper sulfate and little amount of sodium hydroxide, you will get the violet coloration. The color will only give you the final answer, pulses. Because protein, this is the test for protein. So you have to by heart all the experiments and tests. They are very, very, very important. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Okay. Now let's move to grade 7. This is the numerical type of question. You have to do little calculation here. For an object, distance versus time graph. Here on the y-axis, we have a distance. On x-axis, we have the time. The average speed of an object. First of all, you should know the formula. How to calculate the average speed. Average speed means total distance covered over total time taken. Now, you have to be little careful in this question. In this graph, the time is expressed in minutes. But here, if you see in options, time is expressed in seconds. And always remember, whenever we are doing any numerical of science, we have to convert the unit in the SI units. And the distance here is expressed in meter and time in the second. Distance in meter, correct. Time in minutes, you have to convert. Check out the total time. Let us find out the total time. We have 4 minutes. So you have to convert into second. You have to multiply by 60. You get 240 seconds. And total distance, that is in meter. No need for conversion. You will write 20. Write down the formula. Average speed. Total distance 20 meter. Total time taken 240 seconds. You have to solve it. Answer will come out to be approximately 0.083 meter per second. So in this question, 2 things you have to keep in mind. First, the correct formula, very, very important. And second, conversion. If in hurry-burry you forget to convert, you will not get the correct answer. So be very careful in the conversion. Do not do these type of question in hurry. Okay, otherwise if I take directly, okay, minute is 4, I will directly take 4, then my answer will be different. I will get 20 by 4, 5, but this is a wrong answer. So please check the units first in your graph and in your options. Is it clear? Oh. Now the next question that is related to your acid, base and salt chapter. Okay. Study the given table and fill in the blanks by selecting an appropriate options. In this question, you have given with the P. P are the name of the salt, ammonium sulfate, ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfide, ammonium sulfate, then their pH value, then the name of acids, R, and S also acids. So we have to be just cross-check. Like first is the P. This is the easiest one to make, that if you have parent acid sulfuric acid and the base ammonium hydroxide, so you can take ammonium from the base name and sulfuric from the acid name. So name of the P will be ammonium sulfate. Now check out in your options, where is ammonium sulfate? D and A. So eliminate B and C. They are incorrect. Now, you know that ammonium hydroxide is a weak base. Sulfuric acid is a strong acid, and that is why our pH is more than 7. So this option we can find out. Now, if you want to cross-check about the Q or RNS, that is your choice. If I am a student, I will take common salt. What is common salt? Common salt is sodium chloride. And if I want to know the name of parent acid and parent base, for the sodium, I will add the hydroxide and get the parent base name. And chloride comes from hydrochloric acid. Now I will check my option. For the acid R, out of A and D, I got my answer hydrochloric acid. My pH, if you want to check, it's fine. Otherwise, hydrochloric acid, that is correct. Ammonium sulfate, I got it. And next is your S, if you want to check, washing soda. Washing soda is sodium, hydrogen, carbon. Otherwise, I got my answer from first two option only. Because here it is given sulfuric acid. R cannot be sulfuric acid. Because in common salt, I don't have sulfate. I have chloride. So if you want to check, check. If you don't want to check, then only no issues, because I got my answer correct. This is only for you. I'm explaining why carbonic is correct. Because hydrogen, sodium hydrogen carbonate, it is prepared by sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid. So that is why my D option is right, not the S. So in this way, I conclude to my answer. Just check out the easiest one you feel. Like I choose P first because I know it is easy to name the salt, ammonium and sulfate. Then I eliminate B and C. I don't want it because that is chloride and sulfide. They are incorrect. Then I go for common salt because common salt is sodium chloride. Sodium comes from sodium hydroxide. Chloride comes from hydrochloric acid. Then I check the option R. In A, it is sulfuric acid. That is wrong. So I got my answer D. So in this way, you will tackle with your problem smartly. Save time. Clear, everyone? Now, next question is for grade 8, electricity. Now, in this question, we have to first read the statement. Sohan connects 3 identical bulbs, X, Y, and Z, as shown in figure. Which of the statement is correct? For this type of question, you have to remember the main tip that if the bulbs are attached in series, they will affect each other. And if they are attached parallelly, they will not affect each other. Okay, so X and Y, they are attached in series, and X and Y with Z, they are attached parallel. Now let us read the options. If bulb X is fused, the bulb Y and Z will glow. See, always remember the current will move from positive to negative terminal. If my current is moving, like in the case of Z, it will go, come back, the Z will glow. But what about Y? No, it will not glow, because if my X is fused, the wire means the wire is broken. The current will not pass. And when the current will not pass, how come the Y will go? So my first option, incorrect. Next option, if my Y is fused, then bulb X will glow. Then again a problem. If Y is fused, the current will flow only from X to Y, but not further. So this will also not the correct one. If Z is fused, then bulb X and Y both will glow. Yes, this is correct, because if my bulb Z is fused, it will not affect X and Y. My current will flow like this directly, come back, circuit is complete, both will glow. So this option is correct. Last is all bulb will glow with equal brightness. No, Z will glow little brighter, because when they are in the series, there is a little distribution of the voltage. So they will just distribute it, and little less bright they will glow as compared to Z. So my option C is correct. In this way, I will find, I should know the basic rule that if they are in the series, what will happen, and if they are parallel, how they will. So this is the important tip you have to remember. If the bulb connected in the series is fused, flow of current is cut and other bulb do not glow. And if the bulb is connected parallel, is fused, then remaining bulb will glow with the same voltage, no issue. So hence our option C is correct. Then the next question, based on the chemistry, let us do it, grade 8 students. Study the given experimental setup and select the correct statement. In this, you have to by heart a reactivity series. It is very, very, very important. I hope everyone knows the reactivity series, that is potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, till copper sufficient for us because we have these metal on. Now, you know, as we move down the group, reactivity decreases. And more reactive element displaces less reactive element. This is the basic rule of displacement reaction. Now let us read the question. Reaction will occur in test tube 1, 2, 3 and only. Now, next is the color of the solution in test tube 2 changes from green to blue. Third is no color change is observed in test tube 3. And fourth is no reaction will occur in third and fourth. Now, just if you know the reactivity series, you can just find out magnesium is above zinc. So yes, reaction takes place. Magnesium will displace zinc. Zinc is above iron. So zinc will displace. Yes, reaction takes place. Aluminium is above zinc. This reaction also takes place. So our first statement, 1, 2, 3, till here we are right. But what about the copper? Copper is down, iron is up. So no reaction. So first statement is absolutely correct. In test tube 1, 2, and 3, reaction takes place. Now the question is color. All the product formed. Here I will get magnesium sulfate. Here I will get zinc sulfate. And here I will get aluminium sulfate. All these are colorless. But here it is written green to blue. Incorrect. Last is no color changes observed in test tube 3. Yes, it is colorless, no color change. So it is correct. No reaction will take place in 3 and 4. No, in 3 reaction takes place because aluminium is more reactive than zinc. So this is wrong. So what is correct? First and third. So it means our option A is right. So I hope you will know how to solve the problem. Quickly write your reactivity series with pencil and just check out the order. That's it. That magnesium is more reactive than aluminium, is more reactive than zinc, zinc more with iron, iron more with copper. That is how they displace each other. And the color, only the color, two colors you have to by heart. That is iron sulfate and copper sulfate. Iron sulfate green, copper sulfate blue. But here rest all, you can see when zinc sulfate formed, magnesium sulfate, aluminium sulfate, all are colorless. So that is how we solve the problems. So reaction 1, 2, 3 test tube. The reaction occurs as we discuss the reactivity series. In 4, no, because copper is less reactive. Colorless compound, 1, 2, 3, we will not get any colored compound. And that is why we cancel out our option number 2. That is how we get. I hope all these tricky questions now you can easily solve and you know how to save your time and think and then answer. In the numericals, check out the units. If there are more than one option about the diseases like we discussed, you should know which one are bacteria, which one are viral. Do not solve the paper in hurry. Is it clear, everyone? Hello? Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So I hope
Yes.
students, all of you have, those who, for the respective grades, you would have seen the type of strategy ma'am has followed to solve those questions, right? So similarly, there are different kind of questions which has to be solved with keeping the strategy in mind, how to minimize the time and how to solve them correctly. So these kind of strategy comes with the practice. When you practice along with lots of questions of similar type from each chapter. So this gives you a confidence and it will give you an extra edge that will help you in solving the question faster than other students, right? So I'll just share my screen once again, give you some quick tips. Those students who are preparing for themselves, how they can make the strategy and how they can utilize their time, the time which is remaining now. I think students who have first exam date, the time is very less. It's approximately 1.5 months is left. So students, just gear up and prepare, make a strategy how to utilize the remaining time to get the best results and then do your best. Okay, so here are a few tips that we can use for the NSO syllabus preparation. If you haven't started yet, this is the time when you can start revising your syllabus. Revise each concept of the chapter. So revising the concept comes with like, go through the chapters, make important points and note down in a sheet of paper. Chapter wise, prepare notes, make important points, because once you write down those important points, that will keep in your mind. I mean, that you will be able to remember easily. So make a habit of writing important points of the chapter in a notebook or a paper, whichever you prefer. So whenever you have to revise it quickly, you can revise it, right? And create a dedicated time slot and schedule. So if you have to prepare for NSO, create a schedule like this week I will finish this chapter, next week I will finish this chapter. Accordingly, every student has a different speed of learning and practicing. So make a schedule according to your choice and then start preparing for it. Make notes, make concept maps. And there are several books also available where you will find the concept maps like in Prep Guide where theory is mentioned. Okay. Practice along with the concepts. In each chapter, practice as many as questions of different combination, different types of questions. So you would have seen the previous year's papers or Olympiad workbook. There are several kind of questions in a chapter, right? So practice along with each type of question. Start from the easy ones and then go with the more complex questions. Once you start solving easy question, you will get a confidence. Okay, now go to the next level. Then you will get more confident. And once you start solving those achiever section questions, those tricky questions, then you will be more confident. So start with easy and then go with the more trickier questions to get the better practice along with the time, right? Check for all kind of questions and combinations. Take time-bound mock tests. This is very important. Once you have finished the syllabus, once you have finished all practicing all the questions, take time-bound mock test. Like you can put the timer in the clock, take one previous year paper or take one mock test, start solving those questions, start solving complete chapter, complete paper and see where are you making the mistakes. Analyze your results and analyze the time, how much time you are taking. So there are several online test series are also available where you will be able to see the analytics, like where, which question took how much time and what was the solution and like that. Look for speed and accuracy. Check multiple approaches to solve the problems. As ma'am has explained you several questions in which there were tricks, like you can eliminate the options, eliminate two options, so two are left. Now you have to observe those two options only, right? Because in general, your school curriculum or in general exams, in school exams, you will not find these kind of questions. So these kind of questions gives you an extra edge. It gives you a platform for utilize your thinking capacity, utilize your analytical capacity. So this increases your thinking and analytical skills also. The more you will use your brain, the more intelligent you will be. So this is a very good thing, right? Now, students, those who are giving this exam, believe in yourself, be confident and have a positive mindset. So start preparing like I will have to do, I will have to excel in this Olympiad exam. And so be motivated, have a positive mindset. Surround yourself with positive people. Make a peer group or have a friendship with similar kind of mindset. Those who inspire you, those who they motivate you, right? So every student can work, if they work on certain things, any student can excel in any exam, not only Olympiad, in any exam, if they work on certain things like self-discipline and consistency. Student life should be very disciplined. And I understand during this era, it's very difficult to be distraction free, like from mobile, from screens, right? So students, I understand anybody can be distracted easily, but you utilize the technology for the better purpose, for your learnings. I mean, just note down if you are watching a screen or any TV or any kind of technology device. Analyze after 1 hour what you have done in past 1 hour. What you could have done better in that 1 hour, right? So start noting these points. If you start noting these points, you will be able to make yourself a better person one day, right? So I understand you are small students right now, maybe parents are taking care of you, or maybe they are motivating you for such things, but students, you are appearing for Olympiads and you will go in the higher competitive exams. So a self-discipline and distraction-free environment is very important. So make a habit of it, okay? Just I told you, keep assessing yourself and make improvement in your style or learning. I mean, whatever schedule you follow or whatever kind of activities you analyze your activities and then make an improvement in it. Okay, develop curiosity and passion. Students, those it's okay to ask questions, even if you see my question might, I mean, if I say such question, people will feel that I'm silly. Don't care about it. Even if you feel that this question is not I mean, you might feel, I mean, other people might feel silly about you. Don't care about it. Develop the curiosity. Ask your questions, ask your doubts. Maybe it is from your teacher, it is from your mentors, or it is from your parents or elder sisters or brothers or friends also. So develop curiosity related to your topics, your questions, science, mathematics. This will certainly help you. Okay. Resilience. So students never ever never I mean, feel bad when you get failed or when you are not able to perform as per the mark, right? So this is very important. I understand. Even if the students who have, I mean, who got first rank or gold medal, they could, I mean, it's not possible that they have done it in just one go. It is the preparation. First time, they may, I mean, they would not have got it. At the second time, they did it better. Third time, they did it more better, and then so on. And the fifth time, maybe they got the gold medal. So this is very important. Keep trying, keep learning from your mistakes, and do better from the previous. Okay, so this is how you can make yourself better in studies and in any situation. Okay, seek guidance and support from any of your mentor, your teacher, your parents, or any friend whom you think he can help you. Anybody can win gold medal if they work on these things. So students, just prepare for it and go for it. Okay. So there are I'm from MTG. I'm representing MTG, and here we have been involved in preparing various preparatory content for the Olympiad preparation. So we have prepared this upcoming schedule for the previous year's paper solving classes, especially for solving previous year's papers. So these classes are inclusive of 12 live sessions where we will solve 5 previous year's papers along with the tips and tricks. Just as you have just seen, ma'am has shared few questions in which you would have seen like what are the strategies we should follow to solve this kind of questions. So there are various techniques which we have included in these classes, how to solve those questions, doubt solving, learn tips and tricks, and along with the speed and accuracy. There will be a student portal which we will be providing you for the recordings, which you can use to revise your questions anywhere, anytime. Okay. Here is the schedule for the live classes that are going to start from 18th of September. This is for NSO classes. So they will be starting from 18th of September on days Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And the timings for the respective classes are mentioned here. If anybody is interested in knowing about these classes, they can fill up the form. Our team would have shared you a form in the chat box. which you can fill and our team will get in touch with you. So these are paid classes basically. And you can see this previous year's students have shared their messages, their feedback, and we keep getting feedback from our previous students who have attended our classes. Okay, right? So students, there is not much time left. If you are interested, parents, if you are interested for the classes, you can share your queries on the given numbers 8800020893, or you can reach out to our email ID, and we will certainly get in touch with you. So let me tell you, approximately 60% of the students who attended our classes, they have qualified for the level 2 exam. So this is our motto, to help students in their academic performance, to create critical thinking, to create logical thinking, and make a better person in this competitive environment. It's not only in the studies, it's overall, right? So this is our motto, and we thank you very much for attending this demo session along with the students. If there are any questions from anyone, they can raise their hands and I will take their questions. You can also write your questions in the chat box. If I will take the questions one by one. Yes, Divanshi, what is your question?
Ma'am, is there any negative marks in the
No, there is no negative marking in the Olympiad exams. So if you make a mistake in any question, there is no negative mark.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone, any question? You can also write in the chat box. Schedule of the classes. Yeah, sure. I'll just share the schedule of the classes. So here you can see the schedule of the classes. Yeah, so our team has shared this form, and you can fill up this form and we will get in touch with them. Sure. So here are the strategies that we had shared. Anybody, if they want, they can go through it. No questions and by anyone? Okay, so as there are no questions, thank you so much for attending this wonderful session, and all the parents and students. Once again, all the best for your exams and the preparation. Keep learning, keep improving yourself, and do the best of your abilities. Thank you so much for attending this session, and we are ending up the session here now. For any further query, you can reach out to our helpline numbers, or you can mail us at mtgonlineclass@mtg.in. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you.